Yep, recording.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, Mr. President.
And good evening to you. Now, if I've got this right, this is the penultimate performance of President's News from me. This one and one more. Yes. So I'm going to start by going back a few weeks to the Club 10K Cross Country Championships, because we weren't able to do all the presentations after that. So I'm hoping that tonight I now have Matt Bullen. Come forward, Matt. And for Matt, there is the silver medal for he's second in the V50 category. Congratulations.
Thanks
very much. Well done.
Thank you.
And then for Ian Scott. Ian is going to be here later, I think. He said he was going to be here tonight, so he may be coming up later. Right, he's downstairs. I'll do Ian later then. Right, so staying with cross country. On Saturday was the CAU Intercounties Cross Country Championships and also the finals for the UK Cross Challenge up at Woollerton Hall in Nottingham. The weather forecast was completely wrong. It turned out to be a very nice day. The sun came out. There was no rain. And the predictions of there being a waterlogged course and car park were also completely wrong. So I think everybody who arrived at the park in car got parked. And in horse racing parlance, I'd say that the going was good to firm. And then we had quite a few club members running, mostly for the Kent teams. If we had other club members running for other counties, I apologise, I wasn't able to spot you. And we had some who were running independently in the UK Cross Challenge. So the results, Zacchaeus Kelman and James Bunn were in the under-13 boys team that came 18th. Evie de Bruin and Albert Hammersjord were in the team that came 16th. That's the under-13 girls. Aoife McDonough was in the under-15 girls team that came 15th. See, I'm going up the rankings, as it were, you'll notice. Arthur Starvis was the leading runner in the Kent team that came 14th in the under-20 men's race. Despite a convincing win for Joe Scaines and Joseph Hill coming 6th, the Kent under-15 boys team finished 4th. But a tremendous performance. We had 4 women in the senior women's team that took the bronze medal. Naomi Kingston came 24th, Chloe Sharp was 35th, Morgan Squibb 47th, and Zoe White was 83rd. Neve Brighton Hubbard was in the same race, but she was running as part of the UK Cross Challenge, and she finished 9th. Best performances of the day were from Eliza Nicholson, who came 2nd, and Hannah Clark, who came 20th in the under-20 women's team, who came 2nd overall. Now, Eliza is still an under-17, and she was only 20 seconds behind Innes Fitzgerald, who is the outstanding talent at under 20. I'm sure Innes is going off to the World Cross Country Championships in Serbia at the end of the month. So very well done to all of our athletes who competed there. We didn't, I don't think, have any senior men in the Kent team, but no doubt that will all be changed next year. Then indoors, it was the England Athletics under-15 and under-17 combined events up in Sheffield on Saturday and Sunday. We had 3 athletes taking part. I believe they're all coached by Alex Pope. In the under-17 men's heptathlon, Joshua Dacko took the bronze medal with a total of 4,548 points, which was a PB in total, but he also had individual PBs in the 60 metres, the 60-metre hurdles, the pole vault, the long jump, the shot put, and the 1,000 metres. So quite the weekend for Joshua. In the under-15 girls pentathlon, Heidi Corson PB'd in the 60-metre hurdles, and her total of 2,270 points was also a PB. And Alexander Giles came 9th in the under-15 boys pentathlon with 2,301 points. He had PBs in the 60-metre hurdles and the shot put. So congratulations to all 3 of those athletes, and to Coach Alex. This all augurs very well for the outdoor season in the junior teams. Moving on to parkrun. On Saturday we had 57 members running at 23 different parkruns. Christina Gillotti Johnson was first female finisher at Fulham Palace. Ben Coburn was first finisher at Sutcliffe Park. Trang and Guyan was second female finisher, and Tom Desborough was third finisher at Bromley. Rowan Pearson was second female finisher at Beckenham Place Park, where there was a strong showing from the Pearson family because her sister Freya was sixth female finisher, and mum and dad Ashley and Colin were also in the same event but some way behind them. And Chris Martin was third finisher at Hoblingwell. Now the award for the furthest heathen away from the clubhouse goes this week to Theo Wood, who ran at Centennial Parkrun in Sydney, Australia. We do get around, don't we? Right. Now I'm going to repeat a couple of pleas for help that I put out last week. These are for vacancies, but I was also reminded, chatting with Steve earlier today, was that the club had two people working as officials at the World Indoor Championships up in Glasgow the other weekend. Mark Purser, you probably spotted on camera, was heading up the start team, or taking a leading role in the start team. And Steve Hollingdale was on doping control, or as apparently they called it in Glasgow, a wee job that needed at least to what I was saying about up in Glasgow. So we did have two people officiating up in Glasgow. Mark Purser on the start team. He was, I think, start coordinator. I saw him peering at reaction times on the screen at one stage. Steve Hollingdale was on doping control. Escorting athletes to the toilet after their events and so on. Glamorous job, but somebody has to do it. Now, it does always remind me that for most of us, we have much more chance of being actively involved in a World Championships or Olympic Games as an official than we do as an athlete. So if anybody wants to be on the inside of big events like that, your best pathway is to become an official. And if you do want to become an official, come and see me and email me. I will put my email address up on the Facebook pages again. Now, the vacancies I mentioned really will help the club out. And when I say help the club, that means help our athletes to perform at their best. We still are looking for a kit coordinator. This means ordering the athletic kit for competition use and the other items that can be used for training or casual wear. Claire Ostrich is currently doing the job on a very temporary basis, but she already does a huge amount for the club and she really doesn't need that extra job. So if somebody can spare a little bit of their time to take that on, that would be most appreciated. And then crucially, we need team managers for both the men's and women's senior track and field teams this summer. That's to look after our teams in the National Athletics League. That's the premier club competition. We're committed to taking part in that, as we should be as the leading club in the country. We really need people to manage those teams. If you can help with that, there will be help available from other people to support you. If you can do either of those jobs, please contact Paul Byfield.
Just 3 fixtures in the season.
Just 3 fixtures. 2 of them are in the southeast. One at Woodford, one at Eton, and we have one away match in Birmingham. Upcoming events, and Saturday, English schools cross country at Pontefract Racecourse, where lots of our youngsters will be running for Kent schools and indeed other county schools as well. On Sunday is the 3-way mob match with SLH and Orion here at Norman Park. That counts towards the Bennett Cup. And as I've mentioned before, members of the Scotting family will be present running as guests. And Gordon Scotting presented the Scotting Salver as a trophy to be awarded in the SLH match. So if people remember Gordon, come along and meet his son Paul and renew your acquaintanceship. Then on Sunday, on the 17th, and over the whole of the following week, we have the European Masters Athletics Indoor Championships in Toruń in Poland, where we've got 6 of our athletes competing. So I'm going to say now, good luck to Dwayne Bovell, Ian Furler, Helen Godsall, Clem Leon, Ashley Reef and Louise Valens. Then on Saturday, the 23rd, we have the club closing 5-mile handicap, which is the final Bennett Cup race for the season, starting here at 1 o'clock. That's the first of a series of special events on the day, because at 2:30 it will be followed by the club photograph, which is the tradition of taking the photograph in Olympic year for all members in club kit. Then there'll be a presentation, a celebration of Olympic and Paralympic, I'll say that again, a celebration of club Olympians and Paralympians, which will include presentations for Athletes of the Year, Official of the Year and Volunteer of the Year. And then at 4 o'clock, the AGM, at which, amongst other things, you will find out the identity of my successor and the people that I've invited to be vice presidents. So that's the news. Has Ian come up? Yeah. Hello, Ian. Right, I would like to present you with your prizes. So first of all, a bronze medal for coming third in the V40 category in the 10K cross-country championships, and then you also got third place in the Bennett Cup handicap. Congratulations, well done. Now, I have a bonus ball winner. From last Saturday, the winning number was 43, and the winner is John Butler. Are there any numbers left?
Only one.
There's one number left for this week. It's only £1. Somebody should grab it now.
Cheers, Johnny.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done,
Thanks
John.
very much.
Right, that is everything from me. Any other business? Richard, and then...
Yes, I would just like to publicly thank Grace Scopes for rounding up a fantastic group of hares for the Bromley Primary School's cross-country last Saturday. I think it's the most hares we've ever had, which was lucky because we had more children there than we've had before as well. In the Year 3 boys race, we had 497 finishers and a total number of 1,700 children, more or less, finished. It was a great morning, nice weather, 60 schools turned up, and it just goes from strength to strength. We're led to believe it's the largest event in the UK for children aged 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And when we think we picked up people like Michael Skinner, Dina Escher-Smith, and loads more along the way. So it's going strong. If you fancy coming up and seeing the next one, I think it's on the 16th of November, Crystal Palace Park. Again, probably 15 or 1,600 children, some of whom Ken here is going to offer some free track sessions to. Not personally. No, not personally, but I think we're offering the first 10 in the Year 6 boys and Year 6 girls a free session as an inducement maybe to carry on their athletic careers. It was a great success, thanks to Grace.
Yeah, I was going to say exactly the same. Matt and I were two of almost 20 hares. The first time that I've done it, certainly, and you get all the emotions of a marathon in less than a mile. A fantastic time supporting the children, brilliantly organised by Grace, and I felt especially welcome as the first time of many now, so thank you.
Well done, thank you. Well, that's it from me. Mr. Hollingdale, have you...
Just for a plea for the this mob match this weekend, we could do with a few more marshals if anyone can turn up. We've got 12. It would be better if we had a couple more. So if anyone is free or injured, please come along. David Carton is organising it, but if you get here about an hour before the start, that would be helpful. Thank you.
Thank you. Right. God, it's terrible, isn't it? You can't thing on your phone. Right. Anyone else have anything else they'd like to share tonight?